Hey guys, what's up? It's been a long time since I've been recording for you guys, and 6 months have passed by like this, and now it's time to record a vlog and tell you guys what's happening behind the scenes. So basically the reason why I just went missing is because I had too much stuff on my plate, and that's why I would like to say, oh my gosh, can you shut the fuck up? Sorry for the BMW, it's just an annoying piece of shit. Anyways, the reason why I went missing is because I have too much on my plate. So I did multiple real estate projects, which I'm gonna tell you more about in this video. I did 2.7 millions in sales alone, only in cars. And I've been doing also some other projects which are coming soon to Instagram, to school, to YouTube, which you will see and you'll be even able to use, which will help you majorly in your life and in sales and basically everything. So let's get right into the video. Today we're gonna grab something to eat, and I have some work to do in a place here where I live. So let's go on and we'll talk more in the car. What I want to show you guys and tell you guys in this video is basically why I just went missing, why I locked in so badly. And maybe I even want to apologize to you guys for not being there, because I've seen a lot of DMs, a lot of comments on YouTube. Where are you? What's up? We're waiting for videos and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess I'm sorry guys. Like I said, I locked in majorly and I just had some stuff to arrange. I must admit, 2025 was one of the hottest years for me money-wise, because I put too much stuff on my plate and I had investments after investments after investments, and they're not even over yet. For example, I started the year with buying the lot for the cars, because usually I was always having some lots which I had to pay rent for and they weren't as good and I had to share them with other people. So the first move of 2025 was to buy the lot, and it costed me around 95,000 euros net. It was quite a big hit for me, because as soon as you buy something for 95,000 euros, you have a stock with less money, with 95k minus. Suddenly I had 5 cars less on my stock, and it was really hard. And then after that I started arranging the apartments. I bought some old garages, wooden garages. I managed to turn them into apartments paper-wise and actually, but I had a lot of issues with them, and it was my first time ever doing something regarding apartments, houses. So it was really a pain in the neck paper-wise and work-wise, because I had some issues with the neighbors, as you've seen, and it was really hard to get along with the neighbors. I even have issues right now, but in a week or 2 weeks I'm gonna finish the floor outside of the apartments, and we're gonna put concrete on the floor exactly to the line that my land extends to, and after that I think I won't have any more issues with the neighbors. So basically I'm renting those 2 apartments now, and I'm renting them pretty cheap, and that's because I feel bad to take too much money from people, especially because I put in some young people, like young guys like me. Not everybody is on an entrepreneur path and makes enough money, so I gave them out pretty cheap. I could have given them out for 1,600, 700 euros, but I gave them out for 1,200 euros, and I'm talking about both. So yeah, I rent them out, and now they give me an income of 1,200 euros monthly. Altogether, invest was like, I would say altogether around 80k, 100k. So it's a pretty good investment when you look at the end. But yeah, as I said, a lot of work, a lot of stress, a lot of fighting with the neighbors, because here where I live, no matter what you buy, people don't like seeing you improve something or invest something. Same story every single time. As you can see, altogether till now, what I've done in 2025 is I've gotten my rent 1,200 euros. Then I bought an apartment in the city where I live, and the apartment costed around 150,000 euros. But the thing is that I did a really good deal. The whole buyout clause is gonna last 3 years, because they don't want the money right away, because they're probably gonna spend it right away. So they came with a proposition that I pay each month an residual amount, so they can not spend that much money, which is hilarious to me, but I'm fine with it. Basically, even that apartment brings around 600 euros each month. So altogether we have 1,800 euros monthly income. But what I've learned is that before starting a project, you feel like, okay, this is gonna be done in 2 months, 3 months. It never goes like that, unless you have a lot of money and you don't care how much you spend. But I thought I'm gonna need about 3-4 months to finish those apartments. It took me 1 year. 1 year of workers, 1 year of buy that material, that material, negotiate the prices, negotiate this, that, and that. A lot of nerves went into the project, a lot of sweat, a lot of communication, a lot of ordering material, thousands of stuff, man. I think I'm not gonna be doing real estate projects anymore because they are a pain in the neck. So the next project we actually started in 2024 was the house I bought in Bled Zabrznica to be accurate. And I bought that house with a partner. I bought it half with him. But the thing is that that partner didn't have much interest into the house, so the house just ended up not being worked on. It's really a shame because a lot of money went into the house, and then when money stands, you're basically losing money, especially when you have a business that needs money to be able to operate. So now I've paid out the partner, and with the next Monday we're actually starting with the renovations. So I think the house is gonna be finished this year. So 2026 is the year that it's gonna be finished. So I'm really glad that I was able to pay him off in 2025 and lay out a new foundation for possible rents or possible profits in case of selling. What I've learned with that project is that sometimes it's better to go into a project alone and to take more time with the project than go with somebody that maybe does not have the same views on life as you have. So that's definitely something that I would advise all of you guys. Try to do stuff alone, but of course if you can't, yeah, it's better to go 50-50 with someone than to do nothing. I agree on that one. Now regarding cars, of course my main business will always probably be cars, unless this YouTube thing maybe explodes one day. But the main thing is always going to be cars for me because I love cars, I live for this business. I like driving fast cars, luxury cars. I mean, who doesn't? Let's be honest. I did around 2.7 million in sales, which is about 0.3 million less than last year. But also you can understand why I did less. So first off being I invested around 200,000 euros into my projects. So less inventory for cars, less stock. And the other thing is that I switched to a bit cheaper cars. So in 2024 I sold mostly cars from 25 to 50,000 euros, sometimes even 100,000 euros. But in 2025 I switched and I started even selling cars from like 10k to 30k. I started selling those cars because, let's be honest, they're easier to sell, and yes, they have less profit, but so much easier to sell, so much easier to arrange financing from banks and lease companies. So that's why I switched over to these cars. And plus, when you have less money to buy cars, you don't really even have a choice, because if you buy an RS6 to sell, let's say you buy it 50 to 60,000 net, that's 50,000 euros standing or 60,000 euros standing. And if you want to have 20 cars on your lot, I mean, do the math, multiply it, you'll see that you need a lot of money. So when doing sacrifices like I did regarding stock and inventory of cars, you just have to go the path that I went. You have to buy cheaper cars in order to have a decent stock. So yeah, I would say my stock went down from like 20-25 cars to like 10 to 15 cars, which is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is, you know. I didn't have much of a choice. So regarding the car lot that I managed in the beginning, we started renovating the car lot because it was just a car lot with no fences, nothing, no protection whatsoever. So now we started arranging it. The biggest bummer out of all of this was removing the cars. So I had around 25 cars to remove, and I had to take each and every single one to one of my friends' lots. When you have those company plates, you have to write a warrant for each and every single car. So that took, to be honest, like 6 or 7 hours altogether, which was really annoying. But yeah, we managed to clear out the lot. Next week they're gonna start putting concrete on the floor, I mean asphalt on the floor, fences, and then I'm planning on putting a tent on. So altogether that's gonna cost around 50,000 euros, maybe even a bit more. Even that will probably put my stock a little bit lower, but it is what it is. You need to have a place that looks professional, otherwise it's always harder to sell cars. So we're gonna try and make the tent as professional as possible, as luxurious as possible, in order for our clients to have more trust in us. Because you have to know one thing, when people come and buy a car from you, they usually don't trust you because they don't know you. Exactly like you don't know them and you can't trust them regarding payments and stuff like that. So when you look at stuff like this, you need to make sure that your lot looks professional, you look professional, you talk professional. They have to see that you don't talk with emotions, but they also have to see that you're a good human being. So always try to make your customers laugh, always try to make it look like, you know, you're just a regular guy that offers professional services. So that's why your lot should always look as good as possible. And one thing that I don't ever do, which you have to do, so learn from my mistakes, is you need to have a clean office, which I'm the worst at, because I'm simply not as organized as I may look to some of you guys. I'm not organized. My office is a complete mess, but I also try to keep it as tidy as possible because, well, it needs to look good. When the client comes in, they need to feel like, okay, this is a clean office, good office, because they have to sit down, maybe sign some documents and stuff like that. So keep that in mind. So 2025 overall, altogether, my opinion, the lessons that I've learned altogether is that I put too much stuff on my plate. My focus was everywhere. The least of the focus was on my main business, which is definitely a big mistake. Because I put so much stuff on my plate, I didn't even have that much focus on my community, on YouTube, on Instagram, on school. So that's definitely something that I would count as a mistake. But the thing is that once you get into some projects, you can't just leave them and let them be as they were. When you go into something, you have to finish it. But yeah, sure, after that, take stuff easier. So my advice to you guys is don't put too many stuff on your plate, because you're probably gonna feel overwhelmed. And when you see the amount of money that is needed to even finance those business, you freaking get sick. Like, you feel sick to your stomach because you see, like, I have to pay this, I have to pay that, I have to do this, I have to be there, I have to all of this stuff, but you're just one guy with one wallet, zero investors, zero anything. In times like this, you really don't feel even as motivated because your stock gets lower because of the investments. Because of that, you make less money from your main business, your motivation goes down, your ability to finance stuff goes down, and altogether it feels really bad. So my advice to you guys is, as I said before, do one thing at a time. Try to keep your focus on your main business, and in the leftover business, invest into other things, maybe another project, and keep it low. Don't rush into things like I did. We could order some caviar, but the thing is that it's too cheap. It's 22 euros or 35 euros. Once I met with some chick that she was like a gold digger, and she told me, don't ever buy caviar that's less than 50 euros. It sucks. So we can't order the caviar now because of her.
Yeah, but if they raise the price to 50, then it's good.
Oh, then it's amazing. If they just take this price out and put it at 50, then I'll buy it. We should call them and tell them, just like, take out the sticker, place it at 55, and then I can buy it, because that's what I've been told. Buon appetito. I think I love this place because last time I was here, me and Mark bought the red R6 and we celebrated by even eating here. So I think this place has a special place in my heart. I think the next time that I'm gonna buy an R6, I'm gonna drive to here and eat here to celebrate. Diesel! Only 30 liters per customer. Damn, it's actually stopping. Is it possible? Look, we just got scammed for 2 liters. Oh well. As you can see, this is the lot, and now we're in the process of putting concrete or asphalt on the floor. So basically, state laws require that you put oil catchers in the land. So that's why having a lot for parking is really expensive in the state, because you need to put the oil catchers, which cost around 2,000 to 3,000 euros for this type of lot. Now, as you can see, the lot isn't that big, but for me and my 20 to 30 cars, it's gonna be exactly what I want it to be. So we're gonna put asphalt, we're gonna put a fence. The fence is gonna be this kind of, we call it anthracite color, so basically a gray color. We're gonna put the fence, and it's gonna be 2D. It's not gonna be 3D, because 2D is more premium. And then we plan on putting a tent over, so our cars are protected from weather circumstances. So basically this is it. This is the lot, and yeah, that's it for this year. Something else that I'm gonna finish this year is the house in Bled. Finally, like, this story is what is it, from June or July in 2024 till now, and nothing even has been done there. But this year is the year that it's gonna be finished, and you're gonna see, of course, the progress on YouTube and on Instagram. The other thing is, now I'm gonna focus on the main thing. So school, community, Instagram, and selling cars, and that's it. So more cars gonna be sold, more profit is gonna be made, more YouTube videos, more Instagram videos, more everything. So this year I think we're gonna grow big, and thank you guys for being with me and watching my story, watching my success, and helping me. So thank you very much.